outside looking in. So emerging. I'm going to take the Packers out, but they're right there. I want to put the Niners in because they're winning in spite of injuries, right? Okay. Which impresses me. Yeah. And the same thing I want to say about the Commanders. Winning in spite of major injury to major piece like the quarterback, bro. Getting wins. So, like, those are impressive things. I want to get them in, right? So, it was either choose one of them or choose the Colts. So, I just chose the Colts because they look good. So, let's give them some respect. Respect the winning. Let's get them in the top 5.
Got it.
Number 4, I'm going to go with the Bucks. I think I had them 5 last week. I'm going to move them up to number 4 this week. The Mike Evans loss is tough, but Baker will find a way to keep his team in these games, and he'll find a way to get the ball across the goal line and all. He's just fantastic at the end of the game. So I have to respect that.
Yes. Welcome back to another Wednesday night episode of the Format Podcast live. And you know what that means? That means, well, we got top 5s in the NFL.
Yeah.
That means we got get your pens and your pads if you want to make some money. We got the pick 'em for week 4. We got that. And then, of course, we're going to have 2 other topics for you. And damn, what we got today? We got a whole nother football only. Oh, this is so. Oh,
yeah.
I don't know if you know this, Transformer, but I smoke rocks.
I smoke rocks.
Man, it's so good to just be able to sit here and talk football with you, brother, man. How you doing today, Transformer?
I mean, well, you just set up the tone so eloquently, so beautifully, so masterfully.
Thank you.
So eloquently, so masterfully. I mean, just it's football, man.
Football.
It's football. What is this on my shoulder? What's football, man? Look at it. The feathers of the angels are falling on me.
That's right. Because it's football season, and football is a blessing from God.
Oh, absolutely. Amen to that, brother.
Yes,
amen.
It is. Yes.
Hey, but hey, man, I like to take a moment, man.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? Before the Format Podcast start, we'd like to take a moment and say, hey, Miss Dart. Hey, Miss Dart, how you doing? How you doing, Miss Dart?
Good to see you.
Oh, man, speaking of times to be had.
Oh, man.
We are going to have our first Miss Dart sighting soon.
We are. But hold off before we do that. Let's give a shout out to the channel members. Can we do that?
Oh, man, let's do that so we can get Miss Dart up in here, man.
Yes, we will do that. First and foremost, let me say what's up to the channel members who show us love and who are here supporting us every single month, man. We really appreciate y'all. And of course, that's number 1 channel member, host of the Be Ready Sports Podcast, Coach T. Shout out to you, Coach T. Transformer, in order to be ready, what you gotta do, man? What you gotta do?
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S. Starts with an S. S.
Plus 1. Carry the 1.
No, the Pythagorean, the theorem.
A squared plus ready squared.
The square root of pi.
Okay.
What's that, 3.14, something like that?
Something like that.
Stay ready. Got it.
Ready.
There it
In
is,
order
man.
to be ready, you gotta stay ready. There we go.
Man,
so
I was
already. Yeah, that's a good one.
Boy, that's some stuff, man. What's that? The Big Bang Theory?
Big Bang Theory. In order to be ready, you gotta stay ready.
Yes,
so if y'all haven't already, make sure after this you go over to the Be Ready Sports Podcast, show some love, hit that like, that subscribe, hype some of the videos. You got 3 hypes a week. Hype one of those and hype one of these. So
Amen to that.
Make sure you show some love to that. Next up, of course, my main man, Chief Sid Bubba. Shout out to you, Chief Sid Bubba. And of course, shout out to the boys from Annapolis.
Anchors away, my boys. Anchors away. We may see Mrs. Dart on a grateful Sunday. Ready to.
And that's all we want. That's all
That's all
we
we
want.
want, man. That's all.
We don't care if the Giants win or lose.
You know, we're not asking for, to hit the power. Well, actually, we are asking to hit the Powerball. But, you know what I mean?
Listen,
that's a good
the
second.
Powerball, you're going to see a whole new. Listen, you hit the Powerball, you will get the Format Podcast every day.
Every day.
We will have a producer.
Mhm.
We will have interns. We'll have a whole crew helping us in here to.
All we got to do is log in, man, and just start talking.
That's right. So if y'all want the Format Podcast every day, y'all pray for us to hit the Powerball.
Absolutely.
There you go. All right. Shout out to It's Not That Serious. Pardon me. What up? It's Not That Serious. How you doing, brother? Thank you for your continued support, man. We appreciate all that you do. And finally, Baltimore Bruce. What up, stupid?
What up, dummy? What up, old bay?
There you go. Shout out Baltimore Bruce, man. I know you're still hurting, but man, some crab cakes will fix everything, man. Go get some of those. All right. We're gonna do the spiel and then we'll be right back to get on these quick hits and get the ball rolling, y'all.
Amen.
All right, let's rock. If you're watching here on YouTube, make sure you go ahead, click that subscribe, that like, that notification bell. Make sure you're kept up to date whenever we drop new content on the channel. If you want the audio only version of the podcast, open up your audio podcast platform, hit the search bar, type in The Format Podcast. We should come right up. If you're enjoying the content, make sure you give us a like, leave us a 5-star review, and drop a comment. All that stuff helps us rise in the algorithm, helps us find more sports fans, helps more sports fans find us. Make sure you write it down, put it in your phone, make a note of it. The Format Podcast is live Sunday mornings at 10 a.m. Eastern. And finally, if you're really and truly enjoying the content we're delivering you, make sure you hit that join button. There's going to be exclusive content here just for you.
You, and only you. It is for you.
You.
Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button, man. We here for you. Miss Dart, this is also for you. This is also for you, Miss Dart.
This is the one right here, boy. I think we got some shakeups this week.
Yes, we
top
do.
5. We will give our top 5 NFL teams. So as you guys know, every week we do our top 5, right? We do the 5 best teams that we think are in the NFL. And this is interesting because you kind of get an idea because obviously things are going to change from week to week, right? So
correct.
No, I got mine ready and I am anxious to hear what the rest of you guys have to say about yours and about mine.
Very interesting, man.
Who wants to kick it off? Should I kick it off?
I kicked it off last time. I think this is your time, Bruce. I think Steve went the previous week and I went last week.
All right, let's do it. Starting from 5 or starting from 1?
5.
All right, cool. 5. Indianapolis Colts, based on what we've seen so far. Colts balling. Jonathan Taylor's leading. He's leading the league in rushing. And Danny Dimes is having a resurgence with head coach Shane Steichen. They will be tested this week, as we talked about. But as it stands right now, number 5 is the undefeated Indianapolis Colts. Number 4, you know who it is. Baker.
Okay.
You already know. Tampa Bay is playing very well. They're finding ways to win, but they're eking out wins. Okay. If they were winning more convincingly, maybe they could be higher on this list, right? But 3 weeks in a row, Baker has had to lead, dramatic, heroic, game-saving touchdown drives, right?
Got it.
You can't have to do that every week because if you are, something is not right. You're not putting these games away when you should. There's something to be said for finding ways to win, but that's not how it should be. 3, the Buffalo Bills, right? They got the MVP. Okay. Josh Allen is balling. Defense is playing solid. Can't be mad at him, right? Suddenly that opening night win against the Ravens is looking less impressive, but still very good team here. 2, flowing hair in the Los Angeles Chargers. One of the best defenses in the league. Flowing hair is playing out of his mind. And again, I think I've said this on the show already, but it shows how well he's playing and the confidence Jim Harbaugh has in him that they're letting him throw the football a lot more than you normally see Jim Harbaugh allow quarterbacks to throw it. They're not, dependent on running the football 25 to 30 times every game. That's still his DNA, but you can see how much he loves Justin Herbert because he's letting Justin Herbert sling that thing. And finally, number 1, the defending champion Philadelphia Eagles. I don't know if I would have had them 1-on-1, but what they showed against the Rams, like,
Yeah,
that said
it
something.
moved the needle for you.
Yeah, it definitely did. So, to reiterate, 5 Colts, 4 Bucks, 3 Bills, 2 Chargers, 1 Eagles. Anybody have a problem with my list?
No,
Okay.
I don't have a problem.
Cool.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, that's pretty good.
That's a damn good list.
That's a damn good list. That's a damn good list.
All
All right.
Who's next?
I'll go next. What Sneed you got? You want to?
It's up to you. You make the call, sir.
I'm already here, man. Number 5.
Yes.
This one was tough.
Okay.
This one was tough. I had the Colts in there first.
Okay.
Took them out.
Okay.
I had the Lions in there the next time. Took them out.
Oh, okay.
Why would you put the Lions in there? How dare ye?
How dare ye put the Lions in the top 5, right? So finally for number 5, I put my Packers. I kept my Packers. Yes, we lost against the Cleveland Browns in the 13-10 loss. That's fair. But if I put the Lions in there, who beat the Lions? The Packers, right?
Yeah.
The Colts, why didn't I put them in my top 5?
Yeah.
Not 100% confident.
Okay.
Yet.
Not there yet.
I need a win against a big team.
Okay.
I need to see a win. Right now, and I've had it open earlier. Hold on, let me go back to their roster, who they played so far. They beat the Dolphins. Good team. No. Broncos in a shootout in which actually Bo Nix kind of turned it over and gave them the win. Beat them 29-28.
True.
Good, but that's a good win, though.
Good. I said good win. Just good win.
Good.
You know, not a big team.
Yeah.
And then you curb stomp Cam Ward and the Titans. So I'm not ready yet to say Colts are in my top 5 when I haven't seen them play against a real true horse on both sides of the ball. And that's when we're going to be playing the Rams. And if they beat the Rams next week, guarantee they're going to be in my top 5, despite what happened against this week. So, but I got my Packers at number 5. I'm gonna keep them at number 5. Number 4, I have the Bucks. Baker touchdown maker, man. 3 weeks in a row, he's getting it done in the fourth quarter.
Yes, sir.
I have to give love to that.
Agreed.
Even despite losing to Mike Evans, he still was able to go down there, get a good game-winning drive. And it's not only the throwing; it's when he needs to break the pocket.
Yep.
He's a bull.
Yeah.
That man is a freaking running back when he has to break the pocket and the game is on the line.
No,
he's lowering his shoulder. He's like, hey, bro, I'm about to run through a couple of you freaking safeties, and somebody gonna catch this shoulder.
You call him Scatterbaker?
Calling him what?
Scatterbaker.
Scatterbaker, man. Scatterbaker, he is legit. The man is definitely in my MVP conversation, along with a couple of others, and he definitely deserves to be in that conversation.
Okay.
Who jumped back up in my list at number 5 last week? Now number 3, I have the Philadelphia Eagles. That comeback win against the Los Angeles Rams was a thing to watch. It was definitely a game to watch. Sure. They showed why they're champions. They showed why they're undefeated. They showed why all this noise about how we're winning and how we need to score and Jalen Hurts throwing the ball downfield. How y'all need to shut up. We're winning. We're winning football games, right? You guys are complaining, but we're winning. I'm trying to figure out what's the problem. So the Eagles definitely are at my number 3. Number 2, one half of the Flo and Hair gang. You know, I had to put him there, and that's the Chargers, right? Flo and Hair is playing unbelievable right now. Right now, he has all of the naysayers at the beginning of the season that had Herbert in the top 5, and I'm one of them as well.
I'm one of them, man, for sure.
Had him in the top 5. He's proving those guys right and proving us wrong. So far. So right now still undefeated, and he had a great comeback victory in his last game. So why not put him at the number 2 spot? And number Bills, I'm gonna give them the number 1 spot, reigning MVP, just doing what he needs to do. They had a fairly easy win last week. I mean, not fairly easy, but easier type of win. I mean, they beat the Dolphins, but at no point of the game did I feel confident that they were going to lose. Right. Everything looked flawless from the run game. Josh Allen, 22 for 28. Didn't even need to be a hero, but somehow still got you 3 touchdowns. Jared Cook is out. James Cook, I'm sorry. I'm thinking of his brother plus his last name. 19 carries, $108, 1 touchdown. These dudes are still finding ways to get it done. It was at one point we were having a discussion. I believe, Bruce, this was you, man. What are the Bills doing? They let what's his name, Amari Cooper go. Like, what are they doing? How are they going to win? They're winning games.
Yeah.
They're finding other ways. Shakir, Dalton Kincaid, Keon Coleman, go knows. He's giving everybody the ball out there. And right now they're looking unscathed. They got wins against the Ravens. They taking care of their food when it was put in front of them. So I got no reason why I'm not keeping them at number 1. So again, Packers number 5, Bucks number 4, Eagles number 3, Chargers number 2, Bills number 1. On the outside looking in, I have not my Lions. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. Let me get my I didn't mean to say that.
Whew. That was a close one. That was a close one.
That's classic right there.
It's all right. It's okay, baby. It's all right. There was a mistake.
I didn't mean it.
Plays mess up too. I have
that was a Freudian slip.
That's a Freudian slip. All right, I have the Lions on the outside looking in, along with the Colts on the outside looking in. The Colts get a victory this week.
Yeah,
I might have something to say next week, because next week, Bucks and Eagles play against one another. So things are going to shift up again in our top 5 list.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
Sneed,
can't wait to hear you,
brother.
All right, outside looking in. So emerging. I'm going to take the Packers out, but they're right there. I want to put the Niners in because they're winning in spite of injuries, right? Okay. Which impresses me. Yeah. And the same thing I want to say about the Commanders. Winning in spite of major injury to major piece like the quarterback, bro. Getting wins. So, like, those are impressive things. I want to get them in, right? So it was either choose one of them or choose the Colts. So I just chose the Colts because they look good. So let's give them some respect. Respect the winning. Let's get them in the top 5.
Got it.
Number 4, I'm going to go with the Bucks. I think I had them 5 last week. I'm going to move them up to number 4 this week. The Mike Evans loss is tough, but Baker will find a way to keep his team in these games, and he'll find a way to get the ball across the goal line and all. He's just fantastic at the end of the game. So I have to respect that. Flowing hair at number 3, the Chargers look good. And it's not just Justin Herbert. Like, yes, he's been good, but the defense has been good too. They've been stout when they've needed to be. Coach is pulling all the right strings. Herbert's making the plays. They're playing great football. The Bills in at number 2. I got to be consistent. They keep winning. I agree with Transformer. I never felt like there was an uncomfortable moment last week against the Dolphins. They were in full control. Josh Allen looks comfortable.
Yeah.
And number 1, it's the Eagles. They can win in 77 ways. Whatever direction the game goes, they have a chance to win it. So, to me, they're number 1 until proven otherwise.
I like it. That just pretty much slid everybody. So the Chargers were not on your list last week. The Chargers jumped on your list, hurdling the Bills on your list, and you took out the Ravens and Green Bay for obvious reasons, and then you threw in the Colts.
I got the Eagles, Bills, Chargers, Bucks, Colts.
Eagles, Bills, Chargers,
Bucks, Colts.
Okay, so same as me, just a little different order.
We had, I think for us, it was either the Chargers and the Bucks switched.
That's exactly what it was, because
the rest of it, I think,
Eagles,
was
Chargers, Bills, Bucks, Colts.
So when you asked, like, do I have a problem with it? Absolutely not, because I could switch those two the same way. I'm actually just glad we didn't have the same list, bro.
Yeah.
Cool. Be Ready Sports Podcast has, I'm assuming that this is the order. The Bills number 1, Chargers number 2, Lions number 3, Packers number 4. So 2 NFC North teams in this top 5 list, and then the Colts at number 5. What's your take on this list, guys?
He's bold to put the Lions in there.
Yeah,
they look the Packers was confusing. It's kind of
I'm never going to be a proponent of ranking somebody ahead of the team that
kind of dismantled them.
Unless he's anticipating things being different moving forward.
Okay,
well, I think
I got to go off of what we just saw.
That's what I'm saying. When you do these things, you got to do it based off of what the teams are now.
Yeah,
got it.
But everyone has their different mindset for doing them, and that's okay as well.
Like it, love it. Is somebody on the phone?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard some feedback. I thought somebody was already called in. I'm like, man, that was quick. We didn't even open up the lines yet.
Right.
Bruce comes in. Oh, he leaves Green Bay at number 1.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Okay. Green Bay, number 1. Eagles, number 2. Bills, number 3. The Chargers, I'm assuming, because there's a multitude of LA teams. Chargers at number 4, and Baltimore, a 1-2 team, is in his top 5 list. Baltimore is top 5 at 1-2.
You gotta get Bruce on the phone, bro. You gotta take that call, Doug.
Boy,
I'm sorry,
explain this one. Explain the Green Bay at number 1. If you put him at 5, I'm not gonna argue with you. But even I'm not putting Green Bay at number 1. I can't put him against.
At 5.
I'm gonna get to that. Baltimore shouldn't be on this list. Period. They're the only losing team on your top 5. They're a losing team. They're a 1-2. No, it's no strength of schedule. What happened? What are we looking at on the field?
Strength of schedule.
This ain't no strength of schedule. Who looks good? You just complained about how bad the Ravens look defensively.
Bro, the Ravens defense is straight buns right now, bro.
I'm talking cocoa butter.
32nd overall. 32nd in total defense, Nate.
It's hard to get a team like that in the top 5 after they did the same thing 3 times.
Yeah.
31st in passing defense, Nate.
Sacked 7 times last game.
Bro, we love Lamar, bro. Lamar's been fantastic.
Yo.
But
we average 40. That's one side of the football, Bruce.
But we're
get on the phone, bro. I need you to call in. Open up the phone lines. Call in.
But we're giving up 40, though.
You're giving up 40. You gave up 41.
The points against is the same as the points scored.
So the point differential ain't high at all.
There ain't no point differential.
Making Ravens fans
like what if the Browns didn't self-implode offensively in week 2?
That was a close game to the fourth quarter. Browns just said, man, bump it, man. We can't keep up. We can't keep up with this. I'm curious on that one.
Yo, Brucey, why are we copping out talking about it's subjective? Not really, bro.
It's all subjective.
We got a bad record. We got a bad defense. We got games where they kind of choked.
Yeah, like you can't put a losing team in the top 5.
Like, talk about the losses, though.
And strength of schedule is not even a thing.
Talk about the losses, though, Transformer. Week 1 was a bad loss.
Bad loss.
They could have
got hawked down by the Bills. Hawked down.
Here we go.
What up, Bruce? I'm gonna let you talk to these guys. Go ahead, man.
So you ain't got nothing to say, Brucey?
Nope. Go ahead.
And, you stubborn, you be funny acting. But I got Green Bay 1, right?
Why?
Bills, LA, Baltimore.
Bro, don't let him slide, bro. Tell us why.
Wow, Baltimore. Why I got Baltimore at 5?
No, Green Bay at 1.
Green Bay at 1. Why is Green Bay at 1?
Oh, balance. They're the most balanced team in the NFL right now. True. Offensive defense. They got the formula to get to win the Super Bowl this year. They got the formula right now for deep pass rushing. They got good young corners, good young safeties, good young defensive end. What's his name? Rashad Gary, the kid Gary.
Yep.
Good. Well, Mike,
what about our offensive line?
It's above average.
Not right now.
Hey, man. You don't think so?
No. Right now we are. Zach Tom is out. Aaron Banks go Irish. He's dealing with it. We're already shifting over our offensive line already.
So are you number 1 in defense?
Are we number 1? I don't think so. Oh no, I think we are. I think we still are. Yeah, we are.
Nah.
I'm talking about points allowed. Points allowed. I think we're number 1.
Maybe. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What wins championships?
Defense.
Okay, thank you.
But I mean, that's not the question. We're not
going to get it together. It's going to get it together. It's only week 3. It's only week 3. Teams are not fully. Teams go to jail. Some teams jail quicker than others. Some teams are slow starters. Some teams are fast starters. Starting fast this year, like the Colts. They started fast. Who would have thought?
Did you have the Packers number 1 last week, Brucey?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
They didn't do nothing to slip. As far as having Baltimore at 5, strength of schedule.
This ain't college though, bro. It's the NFL. What does strength of schedule mean?
It means a lot.
They lost against two good teams.
But Baltimore's top 5 team in the NFL. If you're looking at it like at the bigger picture, Baltimore is number 5.
Is John Harbaugh on the hot seat?
Yes.
Yes.
Was he on the hot? Was he officially on the hot seat week 1?
Oh, he's been on the but man, truthfully, John Harbaugh ain't on the hot seat. They just paid him the money. But anyway, if we talk about the rankings, we're gonna get into the details of. I just feel like the Ravens should be in top 5, man. Like, cause strength of schedule.
But how many coaches are on the hot seat in your top 5 though? Like how many teams should be in the top 5 with a coach on the hot seat?
You know, I'm just trolling, man. They ain't in no damn. Man. Baltimore, like they dropped out with top 10 to me.
Oh, okay, man. Please land the plane. God damn.
But on 5, I got the Colts 5.
Okay, got it.
Tank number 1, the Colts 5.
Yeah,
I'm gone, man. Y'all told me to call, and I was all right, man. Bye.
I was about to run down some numbers. You was not gonna like them, bro. I was gonna be rushing defense. The Ravens are ranked 30th out of 32 teams,
bro.
The Ravens in pass defense are 31st, and that's out of 32 teams.
But what would have been worse, Packers at 1 or Baltimore at 5? What would have been worse?
Baltimore at 5.
Easily.
Baltimore at 5.
Agreed.
Green Bay, you can okay, you could probably give me one
because we all know they're really good.
They're good, right?
Yeah.
And they had a slip up, right?
Chicanerous.
Like, but no way.
So Green Bay does have the number 1 scoring.
By the way, I could spell chicanery.
Yeah, we got the number 1 scoring defense.
I know you can.
I can spell chicanery because I use that word all the time.
Leaders like Mr. Garvey. Hey, Ron.
Tomfoolery, chicanery.
God damn, we're 3rd in rush defense. I know that.
Go down to Principal Shaq Hennessy's office.
Remember, we're 7th in pass defense.
A-Rod.
Jay Quellen. I got my eyes
total
on
defense.
Jay Quellen.
Come on, defense. Talk to me, defense.
So Green Bay has the number 1 scoring defense. Cleveland has the number 1 total defense. So that's what we're looking at here.
Yeah, we're 3rd in total defense.
That Ravens outburst really hurt the Browns scoring defense.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Had to do something. Jeez. All right. Okay, good stuff on the top 5. I think we all had solid top 5s this week. Of course, I like mine, but no.
We all say you like Sneed. Y'all had the same fucking top 5.
Yeah, for sure.
We switched 2 and 3 or 3 and 4. I forget.
Yeah, I think it was.
I think 3 and 4. Yeah,
2 and 3.
2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Got it.
Yeah. All right, so let's take it to the final topic, y'all, and then we will get out of here and let everybody go get some rest.
I got surgery tomorrow. Y'all pray for me.
Do you?
Yeah, man. They finally repairing my ACL and my meniscus tomorrow.
Damn, bro.
I didn't know you had a torn knee.
Yeah, March last year, I tore it.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
What up, Coach T? Be ready.
What up? Be ready, stay ready.
That's right. What's going on, brother?
Well, I want to answer Transformer's question. He asked, you guys asked why did I put the Lions over the Packers?
You gonna give us an answer?
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
We thought we were just gonna roll with it. Yeah.
Right. We ain't on you, brother.
The only reason why I put them over the Packers in this week, even though the Packers head to head, is the opponents that they played this week. Is the way the Lions beat the Ravens and the Packers lost to the Browns. It's the only reason why they're ahead of the Packers.
But can you be ahead of a team that beat you already?
That's what I'm saying. Head to head doesn't. I mean, shouldn't that be like the deciding factor? I mean, I know in college it's a little different, but head to head, I think, has to mean something.
Well, that was the reason why I put it.
Okay.
I kept the Packers in my top 5 because even though that was a bad week, we've seen teams that won a Super Bowl that had a week where you just scratched your head.
Right.
Because I remember when Steve Young won his lone Super Bowl in week 3. Jacksonville put up 63 points on them.
Damn, did they?
That was a long time ago.
63?
It was 63-7. He whooped our ass.
Back in the day, boy, that's a murder scene.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. It was terrible. And then that was Jacksonville's what?
Who was that? Fred? Fred? Was there running back then?
I think it was like
Fred
their
Taylor.
second or third season. Yeah, they had Fred Taylor.
Yeah, so Fred Taylor. Yeah.
Yeah. That game, nothing was working. Like that was like a massacre. It was like either week 2 or week 3. You know, I'm trying to go off memory. That was a long time ago. And they still won the Super Bowl. So I'm not writing off Green Bay yet off of 1 week because Cleveland does have a very good defense.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm not writing them off.
You sure it was the Jags?
Huh?
When did the Jags become a team?
93 or 94? Because I know their second year they went to the AFC title game.
I know. I said
crazy.
I think it was Jacksonville.
And Carolina on the other side.
You got beat 41-3, but that was in 99. Y'all didn't win a Super Bowl in 99.
We didn't win the Super Bowl in 99. We had a bad loss that year.
It probably was another team.
The Super Bowl team, well, they must have beat somebody else there. I know Jacksonville whooped on somebody.
No,
I mean, you are right, but it was 41-3 in 99.
He's thinking about Dan Marino's final game. They put 60 plus on him, and in the playoffs, I know what he's talking about. Yeah,
but we did have the last year Steve Young won the Super Bowl. We did have a bad loss in the beginning of the season.
What was your last Super Bowl? 95.
I believe it was 95.
That was Cowboys.
No, 94. 94. They beat the brakes off the Chargers in the Super Bowl. Natron Means in them. Stan Humphries.
Yeah, but we did have a bad loss that year. So that's only like I'm not gonna write them off. I'm not gonna write them off just yet. Well, I'm not gonna write them off of just because they have one bad loss. Because every team has at least one bad loss where you scratch your head like what's going on.
That's true.
So I think the Packers will bounce back. Who the Packers got week 4? I don't have it in front of me.
Got the Cowboys game of the week.
Sunday Night Football.
They're gonna beat the brakes off the Cowboys.
For Sunday.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's Micah Parsons returning home.
That's correct.
Yeah, they're gonna bounce back against the Cowgirls. But
got beat 40-8 in 94. Trying to find that game.
You said 40-8. I know we only one game we didn't. That game we got beat bad. We only scored 1 touchdown.
Yeah, it was like you got beat. You lost to Philly 40-8 in 1994.
Oh, that must be who I'm thinking about, Philly.
Yeah,
I don't think Philly was good that year. It was a bad loss, and Steve Young was on the sideline throwing his helmet and screaming at the coaches and everything, and they were talking about we were going to implode, and then we righted the ship. So
sounds accurate.
So they didn't get Green Bay just made some. It was a tough defense. They were making some miscues. But I want to ask Transformer this:
what?
Do you believe those allegations that they're trying to say that because Green Bay had a ton of money on the spread of people picking them that we threw the game? They threw the game on purpose, so the NFL didn't have to make those payouts.
Now, if that's the case, then I got to look at every game that way in the NFL, not just the Green Bay game. I mean,
wait, against Cleveland, the Browns?
Yeah, I doubt that.
The NFL
Bro,
is different,
the
man.
Browns defense is real.
Yeah,
is very
they got after Jordan Love. Jordan Love didn't get rid of the football. That was a clean pick. Clean pick. I mean, the defender shaded like he was gonna go. I think it was
Bro, the
Tucker,
Packers had
and he picked
14
him off.
penalties.
14.
So 14 penalties. They had late turnovers, and the Browns were on it the whole game defensively.
Yeah.
That's
What changed the game was the turnover in the red zone. I mean, in their red zone, they got it. Got to
that'll
the
give a
4-yard
team
line.
a chance, even though they couldn't move the ball in just short fields.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like rumors
No, me either. Rumors, boomers.
because we already know what rumors do. But I
Yeah.
just thought that was kind of like disrespectful to the Cleveland Browns. They got a good win, and now trying to say,
Yeah.
Browns win a game against a key opponent, and you guys want to talking about investigations and
No, it was a good
like
win,
that.
man. It was a good win. Nothing more, nothing less.
Congratulations, Sneed. I hope you guys get some momentum off of that win and make some noise in your division.
Yeah,
Please
thank you,
beat
bro. I'm
Detroit.
hoping Myles Garrett gets some MVP votes.
Please beat Detroit.
I think he took it personal, and which is common when you have two great defensive pass rushes, going head. I would say going head to head. You want to show that you're the best. That's what I took it. While Myles Garrett just went crazy.
Triple teamed.
I think he won. Yeah, I think he just wants
Jordan,
to show
run!
that I'm the best. I'm the best pass rusher. Well, let's
Jordan,
see if they can keep that up. But I'm hurting right now, and I'm like, but I'm not surprised with my Niners. Is Nick Bosa hurt again, man?
It's tough.
Out for the
What's
season.
in the water out there, man?
Torn Achilles.
Did you know they're top 5 in injuries in the last 5 to 6 years?
That's not a good stat, bro.
They're top 5 every year.
That's not a good stat.
That's a crazy stat. I did not know that.
The 2 years that we didn't make the playoffs, we were number 1 in injuries.
That's crazy work.
Because I saw they went back. They went back. I believe the last 5 years, and I think 2 of them we barely won 6 games. And those years that we barely won 6 games, we were number 1 in injuries. I'm like, I don't know what. I'm like, they need to get a new training staff or something out there. I don't know what's going on. Maybe it's the field. I don't know.
You're gonna find out.
Something's going wrong. And Najee Harris's injury was scary too.
Yeah, they tore.
He was just breaking to go get the handoff and tore his Achilles. I was like, before I get off the phone, this will be the last things I want to, because I know you guys want to move the show along. What is going on with these Achilles injuries in the NBA and NFL? Like,
the doctors
we never heard
trying to figure this out. They're still trying to figure this out, man. There's no rhyme or reason. I've spoken to doctors themselves. The NFL, NBA, they're both talking to doctors. Nobody knows the rhyme or reason on how an Achilles can just go. It's just one of those phenomena where there's not enough research.
But there has to be.
You better get on.
There's got to be something they could look at because there seems to be a spike in Achilles injuries as per. I don't recollect when we were growing up watching football and basketball seeing this many Achilles injuries. I could be wrong.
There was one player, Kevin Durant, who had a pre-existing injury and then became an Achilles tear.
No, that makes sense.
Tyrese Halliburton too, I think. He had an ankle injury.
Did he have a calf? It was a calf, right?
It was his calf.
Okay,
No, it was a calf strain.
Both of them had calf strains.
They both had calf.
Right.
Right.
And everything else just seems to pop. But like you can't count Kobe because Kobe doesn't listen to pain.
He doesn't.
So we don't know. Like he's like, well, I had pain in my whole leg. My quad felt bad. He's like, he probably had 17 injuries going at the same time. He didn't care. Yeah. So like, but it's wear, right? So like, if you're not resting, if you're not, allowing yourself to heal, if you're tough, some players too tough for their own good, bro. They play through small nicks and knacks, and then you get something bigger.
It could be something as simple as because your Achilles is like a rubber band, and it could be something as simple as how hard you're exploding during its weakest moment. It could be something that simple
during that
right?
awkward stretch, that takeoff, and
that take because if you look at the Achilles pops off of an explosive pivot. Either you're pivoting, that's how they pop. So at that point in time, that rubber band was like, not right now, and you're trying to stretch it. Like I said, man, doctors still can't figure it out. They're like, if you got a calf strain, sit down for at least a month.
Yeah, what I
what
I think is going to start happening is when these players start complaining that they have discomfort in their lower legs, they're gonna be like, okay, we're shutting you down for 30 days.
Yeah.
Because the only thing you can do is rest it. You can't. The only thing you can do is rest it and give it treatment, or put a walking boot on it and
absolutely
get the weight off of it. Because when you guys know it as a regular day, like if you get lower leg discomfort, you're walking different. Your other leg is overcompensating what the bad leg is doing, and then you can just do one thing. Like you forget that your leg is hurting, or you at work or something, and then you just step and put weight on it and push off. Then you're like, oh shit, I gotta sit down.
Yeah.
You get that sharp pain. You're like, oh, I gotta sit down. But athletes, Transformers said, athletes overexert it though. Normal people will step and be like, oh shit, I forgot I was hurting. Let me go sit down real quick.
Correct.
Athletes don't have that luxury. You're in the moment. You put that weight on it and try to push off, and then it's like, nope.
Correct. Absolutely. You're right, man.
We appreciate that call, Coach T, man. We got another caller trying to get in, man. Thank you so much.
I know, Bruce. I know, Bruce. Got to keep the show rolling.
We appreciate you, bro.
You ain't got to kick me off the phone like that, Bruce.
All right, Coach T.
Oh, love.
Hey,
we appreciate you for real, man.
What's up? Go Trojans.
Hang it up, Bruce. He's willing you in. Wait, hang it up. Hang it up.
Go Trojans.
Go Trojans, Bruce.
No one says go Trojans. See, you're supposed to say fight on. See, what's wrong with you, man?
Yeah, I don't think you might be thinking of a contraceptive.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, brother. Have a good
man. Go Trojans.
Yeah.
Said it anyways.
Edward, what's going on, brother? How are you?
Man, I'm good, bro. Let me hurry up and give me 1 minute and knock this on out real quick. Jeez. Okay, so number one, I'm going with Buffalo because, of course, they got the reigning MVP, so that's my number one. Number two, I'm going to go with Jalen Hurts and them, the Philadelphia Eagles. Even though I do not like the disrespect that Jalen Hurts is getting from Drew Brees, he's talking about the offense is boring and everything like that. I mean, that make me think, is he talking about him as a game manager or a game changer? So I don't know. That's what I'm going with. And number three, I am going with the Chargers because my guy, him, man, they doing real good over there. I mean, I know they brought Keenan Allen back. He's like more of a third down guy, so he's like your clutch player. So I'm going with him. And I'm at number 4, right? Yeah, I'm at number 4.
Mm-hmm.
So number 4, I'm gonna go with Green Bay. They doing good, and then you know what I'm saying, I'm gonna stick with that NFC North Division too. I got to put the Lions number 5, man. I mean, hey, Lions doing their thing, and hey, Aiden Hudson. I would put him out now. Would you put him in a comeback if they stay on this trajectory? Could you see him as being in a top 5 MVP? I mean, not MVP. Well, you could be a defensive player of the year.
Yeah, maybe you put up the numbers.
Mm-hmm.
How's he gonna beat out Myles Garrett?
Sacks.
Oh man,
they normally give it to the sack leader. So if he outpaces him in sacks, he'll be into the conversation.
Okay.
I mean,
and then
I think he only has 1 or 2 though.
Okay, and I know he's like 23 or 24 years old, and I know he came off of, was it an MC? Did he come off an MCL or ACL?
No, I think he broke a bone. Okay. I don't think he tore a ligament. I think he broke something.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Okay, and they coming off, and he's doing his thing right now, and then plus can he be in a candidate for like comeback player of the year?
Yeah,
If
fractured his left tibia and fibula. He fractured his leg.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So could he be also in a vote for comeback player of the year?
He could.
They say
Him and Daniel Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Damn, I so forgot about. I ain't ready to put the Colts up there. I'll probably put them number 6. But right now, I just say with the Lions, and then also Aiden Hutch, he deserves a contract. If Michael Parsons getting that money, I think he deserves his money too as well. But
He'd be next up. He'd be next up.
up.
He'd be the next guy. Yeah.
I believe that's me.
Yeah, so he deserved that money, man. So that's all I got, fellas. I know we got to keep the show rocking and rolling. So I just want to go ahead and throw that on now, get it on now. Quick and simple,
man. We appreciate you.
All right, Eddie.
Oh, most definitely. All right, y'all, man. Y'all keep being you, Sneed, Transformer, and Bruce. All right, y'all.
I never appreciate the call, brother.
Dropped it down like I know you, Bruce.
Yeah. Right. So Myles Garrett and Brian Burns are tied for second in sacks. Rashawn Gary is number 1.
Okay.